for school. We gotta go to school. Unman, we gotta go to school. Come on, we gotta get up, we gotta go to school. Cardigan next. Okay, let's take a look. Wait, are we all in? Oh shit, someone calls the airport. Okay, coaches! Oh, the partners. Okay, bye! Hello everyone, I'm Heather. It is the 5th day of Shorty September, and today's book is actually an audiobook. Mainly because I want to read this book, but the only place I can find it in library form is audiobook. But it's nice to sort of change things up with audiobooks every once in a while instead of like an actual book. It is called The Root of Ice and Salt. Can you hear me over this fan? Is that... Ugh. I hope you can hear me over this fan. There's no way in hell I'm turning it off, okay? I am so sweaty. All summer here in Wales, nothing, no heat, no sun, no nothing, just rain and cold and awfulness, okay? And then suddenly September hits, and now it's blazing hot. Kids are off to school. They're in their little uniforms. They're sweating buckets. My God, it's hot. Anyway, I was reading a book yesterday, a different book than this book, obviously, that's how it works. But I need an audiobook when I go running. So yesterday, when I went running, I dipped into this one. I borrowed today's book for approximately a chapter. I learned some super interesting things about it. It has 2 different forewords to the book. One of them is from the author himself. He's from Mexico, I think it is. It was written in the Spanish language. It's like a translated version that I'm reading. It's translated to English. But then there's another foreword as well before it, which is basically a person sort of describing how important this book is to Spanish language queer communities. You know, sort of how groundbreaking it was, and you know how sort of, you know, monumental and instrumental and blah blah blah, which was super interesting. I didn't know anything about that. I thought I was just randomly reading a Dracula story. I was like, woo, Dracula story. But now that I understand it has like actual significance in like the Spanish language queer community, I feel like it's even cooler. But basically, premise, okay, it's the ocean voyage for Dracula between Varna and Whitby. You know, like when he was sort of just coming to England, first of all, in his like coffin thing. And the captain of the boat, he's Russian and he's gay. And it's obviously, this is the 19th century. So he's sort of like talking about how he sort of deals with being a captain of all these men and being gay, you know, and sort of acting discreet, I guess, or I don't know, sort of like honorably for his men, but also being sort of like trapped in this, I don't know, sort of spiraling, I don't know, like a sort of prison on the water. I don't know, like I'm liking the language of it, like it's quite poetic, and sort of slow, and sort of like a slow burn, you know, and I'm enjoying it. But the reading of the audiobook, the guy who's reading it, he's like reading it really weird. Like, I'll give you like snippets maybe so you can sort of like judge for yourself, like, you know, talk to me. Is it weird? So I feel like he's like, and then I felt the waves upon my face. Like that, you know, it's like you're too into it, man. You're too hard. You're too gone. Okay, like I just want you to read the damn book. But yeah, I'm gonna listen to that while I'm running now, and I gotta go running pronto because in approximately 4 seconds it's gonna be too hot to do shit out there, let alone go running for, I think it's 41 minutes today is my speed run intervals plan.
Black sea from the pier. In their eyes, distrust of the anchored wood of this place. They are people of earth. They challenge it astride their mounts. They trace their paths like the skin of their lovers, skin as rough and dark as their own. A traveling race they loved.
Book update. Our guy doesn't half go on like. Am I right? Like when I was picking up a book set in the Victorian times, I didn't realize I was picking up a Victorian book. okay? Like everything gets like an hour's description, you know? The ship, the night, just, you know, nighttime, sailors, everything. And he is hugely sexually frustrated. Like, I can understand it. You know, you're gay in a time you're not allowed to be gay, and everything just starts to look like a penis. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have no sort of relief from like your passion, your sexual frustration, especially because you want to be a good guy, you want to be a good captain, you don't want to be weird with people, make people uncomfortable. But yeah, this guy finds everything erotic. The feel of the walls of a ship, you know, fruits and vegetables, a rat. Like, he's got a sickness. He's got to find some relief. Okay, story time. Just went for a run, right? Like, these people who go running and they just look amazing. They glide through the air like fish through water, okay? They never look super sweaty. Maybe like a sheen, a light sheen, like a bit of highlighter on their face, but I sweat. They never look bright red. They never look purple, okay? Like, they just look tanned and glorious and lovely. I'm not that person. I'm the opposite of that person. I'm like a beetroot when I'm running. It looks like my face might actually explode. People are worried about me when they talk to me when I'm running. And I'm so sweaty, it's like dripping down my face. Sometimes it drips into my mouth and I taste my own sweat and I think, this is the worst day. Okay, and my running clothes are not cool. Okay, like, you know, people who have like the right gear for running, you know, they have like really cute sports bras and like really cute like runner's tops that are like the slick sort of fabric, you know, they like wick away the sweat, and they've got like the nice running shorts that sort of flutter when you run, and they just have, you know, amazing breathability, you know, stuff like that. I don't have any of that shit, okay, because I'm not a runner. I'm not really a runner. I'm running at the minute because it's a long story, but I blacked out or something. I can't even tell you what happened. I can't explain it. My mother, ages ago in May, she texted me. She says, Heather, we should do the half marathon in October. I was like, hell no. So much no. I can't even know properly to you right now. Okay? And then my hand, it was just like this. It was like, it just came up in front of my face and it went toward the phone. I don't know what happened. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. My hand, it was acting independently from my body, and it typed, yes, let's do it. I want to do that. That's why I run. Okay, and also why my clothes, like, I'm getting to the point now. Okay, I realize this is a really long rambling story and I'm going to get to the point. My clothes are not good. They're not running clothes. They're just basically what I would wear to bed, except now I wear them to suffer. And not only is my normal running situation hideous, it's even more hideous today because I couldn't find a shirt. I couldn't find a proper t-shirt. What happens is I put it in the basket, and then James does the laundry, and then he puts it into bags in the kitchen, and then I put away the laundry from the bags in the kitchen. Okay, but I have not put the bags away in a very long time. Don't judge me. Okay, this is not the time. I'm in a vulnerable place. So when I need clothes at the minute, I go and I dig through the bags in the kitchen of laundry that needs to be folded and put away. I couldn't find a shirt for my life. So what am I wearing? What am I wearing to go running? Thinking, oh, I'll just be quick. No one will see me. That's right. A Beyonce crop top. Look at all my fat. Look at my fat. Look at it. Like, I know, okay, like the lighting's not good. Wait, let me get, see? Look at it. It's rolls. And it, like, when I'm running as well, it's like this. Like, it's like, I feel I'm not conveying the proper hideousness of the situation, okay? But, like, just believe me, okay? Believe that this, after running approximately 20 minutes ago, was just a train wreck in the worst possible way, okay? And James, what he did while I was running is he went off to meet his cool friend. Okay, he's got a cool new friend. She's like so funny, and she's from Australia, and she's like young, and she has amazing cool stories to tell. She has amazing things to say. And I was like, right, when I meet her, I'm gonna be so cool. Okay, like, I want to have a cool friend. I want her to be my cool friend, but it's gonna be strategy. I need to not be a train wreck loser when I meet her because she's so cool. I'm gonna have to pull out all the stops and be very cool. I feel like you know where I'm going with this story. Okay, when I go out, James knows the score. okay? When I go out running, I only have enough space in my tiny pockets in my leggings for one key, not multiple keys. Okay, don't put on loads of deadbolts. Don't do up anything. Just pull the door to so it locks with the one key, okay? Or else I can't get back in if he leaves the house while I'm out running. He knows this. I reminded him before he left. I was like, make sure don't do the deadbolt. He was like, yeah. Okay, so now you obviously realize where I've come to in this point in the story. I come to the house just completely hideous, okay, soaking wet of my own fluids, okay, bright red, dying. It's hot as crap outside. It's the middle of the day, okay. Come to the door. I can't get in. He's put the deadbolt down. So I phone him up, right? I'm about to be like, babes, you done me dirty here, okay? You gotta come rectify this. You gotta save me. Like, I need to go inside. I need to sit in front of the fan. I need to die there, okay? But no, he's not answering. Summing up with our phones. It's not even registering a call. You know, it's just going straight to voicemail, whatever, for the WhatsApps. So I try to text him. Nothing. It's not going through. It's only one tick, not two. It hasn't reached his phone. He's like out of service area. Something's up. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to go find him. And hopefully, hope to God, he has finished his play date with his cool new friend and he's on his way home, because that's the only way this can end happily from here. Okay, there's several ways this can end, and there's only one way in which it ends where I don't cry. Anyway, I met the friend. This is the story about how I met James' cool new friend. Okay, she was very cool. She was as cool as I predicted, or more, potentially. Okay, and she looked at me and she was like, I feel like it's lovely to meet you, but we shouldn't hug or shake hands due to the sweatiness. I can't. I have to go die now. I have to literally go die. Also, I don't think this cool person has my YouTube information, but I can never be sure what my husband says in like his stories, like on their cool people meetups or like in work or whatever. But I just want to say, okay, like, cool person, if you're watching this and you recognize the situation that I was just on about, like, can I please have another chance? Okay, I am cool. I swear. Like, I feel like we could be really good friends. You seem really cool and really fun and really nice. And you even said that you were also sweaty just to make me feel better about being sweaty. Like, please, okay, please don't take what just happened or what's happening now or what's likely to happen later or just pretty much anything on the internet as a consideration for how cool I can be. Just please believe me, I can be cool. Come on, Maisie. Stop dragging ass. Maisie just made friends with a really nice old lady who like gave her chicken treats and then she's like gone. She's like, I've got to go shopping. Bye. And Maisie now just like pining for her. She's like, chicken lady. Chicken lady. Book update. Things are starting to get weird. Right? Okay, so our captain, he's been monologuing for a really long time about various sexually frustrating things. But now he's like, look at this rat. Look at this rat carcass. It looks drained, completely drained of all its blood. That's so strange. You know, we're like, oh, look at this rat. It looks terrified. It's shaking in the nighttime. It's hiding. That's not usual rat behavior, you know. Or like, oh, look at this box cargo. These are such strange boxes. They're such nice wood. You know, what a strange shape these are. Sort of body shaped. You know, or like his first mate, like one of his sailors. He's like, oh, he doesn't look well these days. He looks gaunt and thin and white, and he's got the strangest mark on his neck. So strange.
No, so the menu online at the moment is up.
Okay, I finished it, and I think I loved it. It was so good. Well, okay, to be fair, I think the second half was brilliant. I loved the second half. The first half, it took me quite a while to get into it. I wasn't really loving it the first half, and I think, obviously, the first half built into the second half, making the second half better, so it was necessary, but I didn't really like the first half. So second half I'll give 5 stars, but book overall, maybe knock it down 4 stars, right? So, the story of Dracula, just quick, right? If you know the story. Dracula goes from Bulgaria to England on a ship, and it's captained by this Russian guy. So, he, in the book Dracula, doesn't feature literally at all. Like, he features as a corpse, okay? Because he's dead on his ghost ship when you first are introduced to him. So this book takes that captain and makes him the central character. It's his story about taking Dracula from Bulgaria to England, and it's gothic and like Victorian-esque in the same way that Dracula is. It uses a lot of the same sort of descriptions and sort of elaborate language and creepiness and sort of dream-like sort of descents into madness, you know, and sort of like wondering what is real and what isn't real, in the same way that sort of Dracula felt like that. But he also takes it to a whole new modern level. Like, it was written in the 90s. The captain is gay, and he spends ages talking about his thirsts and his hungers, and how he, you know, hungers for, you know, sexuality and passion and relationships with the men on his ship, but he doesn't engage with them in that way. Like, he holds himself back because he knows that they wouldn't want that, and he wants to respect his men, he wants his men to respect him. And he basically, in it, is sort of like taking himself with his sort of thirsts and hungers and wants, and sort of relates it to Dracula's ones. Like, he wants blood and he wants to suck the blood out of the men, but sort of says, this is what I want, these are my desires, but I'm not actually a monster. Like, society wants me to be a monster, like in the same way that Dracula is a monster. But it's not about what you want, you know, it's not about what you thirst for, it's how you satiate your thirst and in what situations you do it, you know. So he was in a relationship, like he sort of talks about how he was in a relationship with this other guy, and how what they had together was healthy because they were both in it and they both wanted it, but that guy was basically murdered by a mob who hated that he was gay. I was also reading this thing about it, just quickly, where this guy online, like his review of it, he was like, actually look at gothic literature and even sort of, you know, movies and things, Dracula movies from even just a couple decades ago, where you have like queerness and sort of gender swapping and things like that are characteristics of villains and like evil monsters, you know. So you've got like Dracula, who's he's a bit feminine sometimes, you know, and his lusts go for both kinds of people, you know, men and women. He doesn't sort of just pick one gender to sort of satiate his thirsts on, things like that. Like, that's not something I really thought of before, but yeah, sort of looking back on it and thinking about it, that's totally true. Anyway, I loved this. This is brilliant. Even just as a story, as a gothic story, creepy, loved it. Oh my god, it's so hot, I'm dying. Look how sweaty I am. I'm so sweaty. Okay, sorry if this vlog is extra long again. I have not edited it. I don't know how long it is, but I think it's probably gonna be really long, and I'm sorry for that. We'll try again tomorrow. Every day is a new day and a new attempt to make like a really short video. But tomorrow's book is Sisters by Daisy Johnson. I don't really know what this is about. I'm using this for my Lodge shorts, which is a book you got because you thought it would make you look cool. I don't know anything about it, but hopefully it makes me look cool. Okay, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, any comments, anything at all, please let me know. And I will see you tomorrow.